It is alive. Yeah, so Deeb, he lives. And I am back to you here on my bland gaming internet YouTube channel. Worst channel on the internet. And for some reason, a small handful of you, less than 1,000, have been asking why I haven't been making content. As a matter of fact, it's probably less than 10 people have asked why I haven't been making content. So I want to give you a really quick update before we get into this unboxing here of Final Girl Series 2. Yeah, it was the Griswold family Christmas over at the Deeb house here. We have since we lost our dog, and then our kitchen was destroyed from water damage, and work is getting busy. I got one of my kids getting ready to leave for college, and so we're doing a lot of preparatory stuff with that. And as I'm closing in on less than 2 years to retirement, my job has definitely intensified. So that's what I've been doing. I have been running 2 campaigns. I've been getting some new role-playing games, trying to read those to get those ready for some reviews, and I've gotten a few Kickstarters as well that I probably need to up and review. So anyway, speaking of which, I was getting ready to leave for work this morning, and literally the FedEx guy just pulled right up, and I got my Kickstarter for Final Girl Series 2. What is Final Girl? Well, before I get into that, it is bland gaming. So let's go ahead and go to the tradition of the bland gaming drink of the day, which brings me to another mishap. Yeah, that's ginger ale, right next to some very nice St. Patrick's Day. That's ginger ale. I am, because Dr. Bland Gaming has told me to lay off the sauce, so I'm trying not to drink during the week and saving it only for the weekends. So today, the drink of the day is Canada Dry Ginger Ale, which is okay. It's all right. You know, I actually feel a little bit better. So anyway, so what is Final Girl? I have played cooperative board games. I've even played cooperative board games single by myself before. Pretty rare. I have a pretty active gaming group, but Final Girl is without a doubt, it's the very first game I've ever bought, which is a true solitaire game. And the premise behind it is that in all of these horror movies, it's kind of the stereotype that it always comes down to like the final girl. She's like last and everything. So what this game is, it's a board game, and basically you are assuming the role of the final girl, and you are trying to survive the climax of all these different horror scenarios. So I have not, this is the second wave. So initially Final Girl had a first wave. I was not a part of that. I didn't back order that or anything, but when the second wave came out, I read some reviews on it. Watched a few videos, and I said, this looks kind of cool. And as much as I like video games, I'm getting so old that my hand-eye coordination is not what it used to be, and I just cannot compete with all the 12-year-olds online. So I was thinking, what if I had a game night and we had a bunch of cancellations, or people couldn't show, or it was something I want to do maybe during the week. I thought, maybe this could help satisfy my board game craving. So I looked at this and I backed it up. So the premise behind it here, before we get into the unboxing, is you buy, I think this is probably what the retail box is going to look like. So you get this main, like, season 2 here, and it comes with like a basic set in here. I'm going to try not to spill my ginger ale. You get a basic set, and then it'll have these little scenario boxes, which are based off of stereotypical horror movies, right? And this one has 5 scenarios that it's got. And what's brilliant is that these scenarios are based off of very famous movies, and they just don't have the license, so they call them something else. Like, for instance, there's this one that is, where are they here? We've got Into the Void, which is, I believe, that's based off of Alien. And you play a girl named Ellen, which is hilarious because it's directly a Ripley. Then there's Panic at the Station, which is based off of The Thing. And the character is Kate that you play, which is also based for a nod to the character from the second Thing movie, I guess. And then Once Upon a Full Moon is kind of a generic werewolf story, and you play Red Riding Hood. A Knock at the Door is a play on, I think it's going to be a play on The Purge. And you have this character here that you're playing. I was not too into The Purge movies. And then Madness in the Dark is, the antagonist is kind of like this, almost this dream state kind of woman, and it almost reminds me of like a Silent Hill type scenario. So those are the scenarios that you get. This, like, season 1 had kind of a generic Jason from Friday the 13th. There was a Freddy Krueger knockoff that was in that one. It looked really cool. It was just, honestly, I just couldn't afford both. And two of my favorite horror movies of all time are Alien and The Thing, so I went with this box. Okay, so when you buy this retail, this is probably what you're going to get, and we'll open this up and get into it. If you want neat little plastic miniatures, they actually don't come with it. So these are the ones that are on Kickstarter, and then you can also order these, I think, aftermarket. So I think you'll be able to get these. But these just have the monsters and the final girls in them, basically. There is a lore book that comes with it, and it basically just sets up the scenarios. And also, I believe the final girls are, see, that's a cool picture of the Ratchet lady here, the Silent Hill gal. See, I gotta do everything one-handed. It's so rusty at this, and the glare is terrible in here because it's still daytime, daylight savings time. Stupid. Anyway, so it has a little bit of lore about it, and then it looks like, and I haven't read it yet, I don't know too much about it, but just kind of by thumbing through this, it looks like it has it set up with a basic character, which is probably the character that, you know, would be associated with the scenario. But then if you want to switch the final girls into the scenarios, it has different setups here, which is kind of cool. And let's go through, I'll show you the monsters real quick. So this is the Alien knockoff, if I can do it with my thumb. This is the scenario is called the USS Conrad, and this is called the Evo Morph. Let me see if I can get away from the sun there. It's a cool picture, and it's, you know, it's an alien. It's a xenomorph. Evo Morph. The organism very based off of The Thing, you know, where it replicates. Let's see. Gosh, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have not said "what have you" once during this review. I'm going to try and make it the entire way without saying it. The Intruders is our Purge wannabe group. Also looks, kind of reminds me of the House on the Hill, you know, villains. So kind of cool there. Big Bad Wolf is your generic werewolf story, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, we saw our Silent Hill, the Ratchet lady here. And I believe that's all of them. This is a bonus scenario called Terror from Beyond the Grave. I'll get into that. So this other stuff I don't want you to get too excited about, but I think this is all Kickstarter bonus material. Box of props. Looks like maybe we've got some premium dice and cool props, and maybe even a couple extra characters, it looks like. She almost reminds me of the gal from The Walking Dead that winds up being she's a victim of domestic violence, and then she kind of turns it around and becomes like one of the best warriors on the show there. This is some miniatures for Terrors from Beyond the Grave. Basically got some zombie hordes. Terror from Above miniatures. Looks like just some birds. Must be a scenario that involves birds. Then we have some cards for a bonus scenario for Terror from Beyond the Grave. And then we have the vehicle miniatures. You can already see that it's very synonymous of the Alien power loader. Oh, look at that, we got a picture on the back. Arctic helicopter, ski dozer, power loader, a raft, kick scooter, and a gurney. I think these are probably mainly theatrical, but I love miniatures, so I'm always going to spend the extra money on the miniatures. And then bonus features. This is definitely stuff from the... that's definitely stuff from the Kickstarter. So So let's go ahead and get into the big box. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to get out my Leatherman tool, which again, all of you, if you do not have a Leatherman tool, you should go out and get one. Local American company. Opening it is difficult, one-handed, but I think I can do it. So, okay, so let's have a look. Hopefully with a lot less glare when we get this plastic off. This is a big, thick, and heavy box. And I can't remember how much this, Kickstarter was, but for me, usually it's right about, I usually don't spend more than $100 on a Kickstarter. Sometimes 130, it depends. Depends on how much, how much it really tickles my Elmo. Okay. All right. I can feel right now that the box it's really thick, it's really heavy, kind of good quality. It's got some good artwork on it. Oh, look at that. Okay. I turned off the camera as I was opening up the box. Okay, so we've got each one of our different scenarios here. This is our core box, which is right here. Boy, this is going to take some work. I don't know, you guys don't want to go through an hour-long video of me just opening shrink wrap, right? So, core box, and then the scenario with the Evomorph. And we've got the organism scenario, which is our thing scenario. A knock at the door. This is our called intruder scenario. It's the purge scenario. And then we've got the big bad wolf here, which is our storybook wood scenario. We've got the ratchet lady, which is kind of our Silent Hill type story. There we go. Cast and crew of Series 2. Don't know what that is. I'll have to take a look at that. Bonus features for Series 2. I wonder if this is probably some Kickstarter type content. And then this is cool. This is made to look like a VHS kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, it's got a game mat in it. Stuff like that. Pretty cool. I'll probably play this tonight. You know what I'm going to do? Seriously? I'm just going to kind of have this. We do want to kind of look at we want to look at the miniatures and what is in these. So I'll open one of these. And then I'll do an in-depth review, kind of showing you everything else. I don't know. If I had a kid here with me, but one of them's at baseball practice, and the other one I'm not cool enough for him to hang with anymore. And then the other one, literally I wouldn't be able to speak. She would be talking over me the entire time. I've been talking to my wife. We need to get a generator to hook it up to my daughter, and she may be able to actually power our house. It'll help with the current energy crisis we're in right now. Land game and keeping it real. Okay. So it comes in a little book here. It looks like this has a peel away section too. Yep. And this was what I thought was really interesting too, is there's this other character called Jeanette, which is on here, who is a nod at the Vasquez character, who is played by Jeanette Goldstein from Alien. So it looks like these push out. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Or is it magnetized on here? Oh, I think it's magnetized. This is nice. Maybe. Oh, or is it Velcro? Here we go. Yeah, so it opens up like this. Oh, this is cool. I don't know what any of this means. Got a little setup card in here. And it looks like it has very scenario-specific cards. Oh, this comes out too. Look at that. Is this the board? I think it is. Oh, this is all like magnetized. Wow. This is like a board as well. Looks like we've got miniatures, and then this was at the bottom. For Jeanette's eyes only, do not open until you have survived a game with Jeanette. Wow. Okay, all right. And it kind of just comes apart, and then this is a setup, I think, for Jeanette. Yeah, look at this. This is like the board, I think, for the scenario. How cool is that? And it's got little magnets on it and stuff. It's pretty rad. Yeah, I cannot pull apart all of this stuff here for you guys to see. So we'll just use this one as an example here for the USS Conrad. Okay, so that's pretty damn cool. So what about in here? What do we have? Or maybe, I'll tell you what, let's take a look and see what is in the core set. Is this it? Yeah. So here we go. We got the core box. So if we want to play Alien, if we want to be Ellen Ripley, but not Ellen Ripley, if we want to be the imitation Ellen Ripley, what is in the core box here? Okay. Oop. Okay. There we go. I managed to take it off without turning this off. Okay. So it looks like more of these kind of things, just kind of these paper things are on it, but once you open it, it's out here like that. Feels like this is this a push through or a magnet one as well? Oh, it's magnetized. Velcro. Oh, there we go. So this pops open, and then it looks like we have some more boards with there's some punch outs here, icon references. Here's your rule book. Looks like it's not terrible, right? And then some basic wood pieces, meeples, some dice. So I think it's all gonna be pretty small scale stuff, which is pretty cool. All right, so what's in here then? Let's see what's in the VCR box. Here. Oh, I just lost a 17-year-old on his way out. I remember he used to be so interested in this stuff when I got it, but he's interested in girls now. All right, so this is the game mat. Okay. I have a feeling this is probably a Kickstarter thing. Yeah, so this feels like a board or like a game board kind of thing. Game mat. And it's like a mouse material. So this is obviously something that you'll lay out and you'll play with the cards and stuff like that. So that might be something that's exclusive to the Kickstarter. Okay, so really this is about getting it to where you can see what you've ordered. Let's get a look at some of the pieces here that we get, so that you people who are possibly interested in buying this in retail, do you want to buy the extra stuff? So let's see. Someday I'm gonna have a studio with a camera that does not move all over the place, because I'm sure in the past I've had people complain about camera movement, and that almost makes them sick. Okay, so how does this open up? Of course it doesn't open easily. I need two hands to open it. I need to just get one of my kids to be the cameraman or woman. Okay, so please don't be tape shot. Okay, great. All right, so let's take a look. Let's see. First, let's find Ellen Ripley. I think that's her. It's a very, very nicely detailed miniature. It's small. She's carrying a flamethrower of some sort here. But the detail's great. If you chose to paint those, I'm sure they would look really nice. And this is her wannabe alien. Definitely a nice quality. Scale's a little smaller than what we usually see in this these types of board games. Let's take a look at the. I think this is like a little baby alien before it starts eating too many people. Pretty nice little piece. I want to see that. Where's the? Yeah, here. Let's take a look at this crazy lady. Yeah, this is our Silent Hill lady. Looks like she's missing a hand. Let me try and get it unblurred there. There we go. Very pretty. And looks like we got, the werewolf's very standard fare. He looks nice. Oh, I like the arrow sticking out of him. That's a nice touch. And here we have this is our thing. You can see it's just people, human parts all fused together and stuff. That's pretty cool. And then I like this. This is one of the characters from the Thing scenario. I think her name's Yuki, and she's got a dog with her. Unfortunately, she hasn't seen the movie. You don't want to be hanging near the dogs, according to the Thing. And let's look at some of our villains here. This is our Purge crew. He's looking very intimidating with the leather sack on his face. Looks like that guy from Trick or Treat. Can't remember what that guy's name. He's like a scarecrow from Trick or Treat with the burlap sack over his head. This guy's got a little like a lion type of head. And here we got a clown, I think, holding a machete. Because there's nothing scarier than... Is he a clown? Maybe he's just a hillbilly with sideburns. Okay, let's look at some of our other heroes. This is Red. She's holding a crossbow instead of a picnic basket. Gotta like that. And this is, I think, this is another one of the characters from the Thing scenario. Because she's got the flamethrower. And I believe this is Jeanette from the Alien scenario. Looks like she's got her crew cut and her muscles and her BDUs. She's ready for action. Gotta like that. So these are pretty cool. Very nice miniatures. I would say that I'm a sucker for miniatures, but I would say these are definitely going to be worth it if you wanted to play these in the game. Okay, so we've got some more vehicle miniatures here. They're kind of neat, but I don't want to take up too much time opening those up. These are going to be just cards, so for the scenario there, and it looks like more miniatures of the birds and of the zombies. I'm sure those are beautiful. So, and then what's inside here? We've got plethora of deluxe components and goodies to enhance your experience. So it's just deluxe markers, deluxe dice, a couple extra characters, maybe a little hockey mask turn counter thing. That's kind of cool. And what is in the bonus features? Let's take a look at that. Let's have that be our next contender here. One of these days while I'm handling my Leatherman and opening plastic while holding a phone, sideways I might add, okay? I made sure that we did not get a vertical this time. Let's look really hard. You'll see in the glare, you'll see a picture of my face in here, right? People are finally wondering how handsome I am. The truth is that the reason why I don't show my face, I'm horribly scarred and a very homely person. Generations upon generations of the Deeb family have relied on their charm to ensnare their wives. I'm no different. So, looks like comes with a lore and scenario book, which we've already gotten. Gruesome death books. Feature film rule book. Wait a sec here. So we got a feature film rule book right here. Come on out of there, Okay, so that's it. So this is just for the books. I see. A different way to play. Huh. Yeah. Or maybe it's set for the scenario, I don't know. I'll have to read it and find out. Looks like we got some cards here too. Why don't we go ahead and put this in there while we're at it? There we go. Throw that in there. And I'm not so sure. I got this as part of my Kickstarter, but I have a feeling this is probably the season 1 stuff. And I did not order season 1. Good news though, if I decide to buy it retail, we'll have the box here with it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you know, after I retire, I think I can finally reveal my face on this thing. So we'll have a giant reveal party. It'll be like Darth Vader taking his mask off. So, yeah, look at that. This is all these scenarios here. Camp Happy Trails is the Friday the 13th one. Creech Manor is kind of like a poltergeist type one, I think. Carnival of Blood is like a evil carnival thing, like a satanic carnival type of thing. And then Maple Lane, I want to say, is like one of these is like a Freddy Krueger type of scenario. But yeah, these are all from Series 1, which I don't have. So I don't know if they were meant to send these to me or what. All right, lastly, I'll tell you what. I said I wasn't going to do it, but we'll do one more. And then I'm going to let you guys go. And then I will try and get a review up on this thing as soon as I play it. But I've got to review Blade Runner. I picked up Transformers RPG. I got to review that. I still haven't reviewed Root. It's okay. You want to get the door, sweetie?
Sure, Daddy.
Thanks.
Are you filming?
Yes, I'm filming, yeah. But it's okay. It's all right. Say hi to the millions of people. Okay. And then a box of props. Oh. So we got a book. We got another book. And it looks like we've got little toys and little markers. And we've got some dice. And it looks like some cards and a few counter things here. Yeah. Pretty cool. Okay, so that is it, I think, for right now. I think any more of this, I'm really going to have to. I'm already making a mess of my dining room table. So any more of this, I will have to go ahead and do in a review. But like I said, I have to review Blade Runner. I have to review Transformers. I think those are my two big priorities. I'm planning on interviewing a couple of my players. I've been saying about doing that for a long time, so tune in for that. And then I was even thinking about doing the Bland Gaming Academy Awards. I'm not too keen on the Academy Awards. It's really not my thing. So I thought about making my own with, categories such as like, best horror RPG, best science fiction RPG, best overall RPG, what have you. And I'll have nominees and stuff like that. Maybe we'll have some fun with that. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is Deeb, your host on this dreary afternoon here after work. And I am going to dive right in and see what we got. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I promise it'll be worth it in 2 years when you'll see a lot more of me. Anyway, take it easy.